Bakker, the naturopath from New Zealand. Thanks for coming back. This must be video 1750 something, or not sure. There's quite a few on this channel. Do anti-diarrhea pills work? Do over-the-counter constipation pills work? Well, any pills work to a degree, of course, but these things are really sort of like emergency measures. I can understand people taking anti-diarrhea kind of pills if they're flying, you know, they're traveling, or they've been to a country, they picked up a parasite, they've got to get home. But these are not things you want to rely on. You don't want to rely on these things. Like over-the-counter constipation pills. You know, these kind of pills remind me of loan sharks, of people, you know, lending you $500 for like, you know, 1,000% interest kind of thing. So you've got to pay everything back and more. So, and then once you get hooked into these loan sharks, basically they're hanging around you the whole time, you know, wanting to give you money and trying to extort you. And these medications are similar. Once you rely on them, okay, they'll hold you accountable, and then you'll have to take more and more pills to get, you know, the same kind of action. And after a while, these pills won't even work anymore. You can be loading yourself up with medications to stop, you know, either diarrhea or constipation, and then they'll slowly be less effective and effective to the point where they're not working anymore. So you can't really rely on these things, you know, long term, but short term, maybe for a couple of days or a week, okay. But some patients I've seen in the past will take a constipation pill, sometimes for years and years and years on end. Constantly they'll take these pills. It's not the way to live your life. You can't live your life around a bunch of pills, you know, to increase or decrease symptoms. When you get to that stage, that's often the time when you'll come to see somebody like me, or, you know, a chiropractic doctor or a naturopathic doctor or someone like that, and say, help, I really need a hand here, you know, there's something wrong. And that's when you become a difficult patient, because you become so reliant on these drugs that you can't really want to cut them back anymore. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to jump, you know, you're trying to jump onto another ship in the middle of the ocean. It's not that easy to do, okay? So you have to very slowly come off these things, because your gut will get used to these medications. So I never recommend using medications like this any longer than 1 or 2 weeks, and preferably then get off them. They do work, but they're bad to rely on. Remember the loan shark. You know, if you want to loan $50 from your brother or mother or something, okay. But when it comes to, you know, slightly larger amounts from loan sharks, you're going to pay the price. Same with these things. You'll pay the price. So best probably not to get started on them in the first place, and then work out other natural solutions for constipation or diarrhea. And there are plenty on this channel. I talk a lot about constipation, so check out some of my videos on constipation. Do a search for that, or look for the playlists, and you'll certainly find them. All right. Thanks for the topic. Thanks for the question.